walking, I saw a white van parked with the car on, and there was 2 white dudes in it, and I didn't want to go in the house because I didn't want him to know where I lived at. Like, hey, there's this man, he won't leave me alone, he's following me, and he keeps trying to get me to go in his car. Do not mind my hair because it's already time to take these out. They were long, but I cut them short so I could take them out, and I left them in because I'm so bored. I'm so lazy, I mean. Because I'm so bored. Because I'm so lazy, I mean, and don't mind this pimple on my forehead either because it won't go away. But yeah, so I wanted to make a video with all this sex trafficking going on and all these things that are happening right now with kids and women and all this crap right now. I just feel like we are not safe at all. And I just wanted to share this story that happened to me, and then I wanted to share some tips too at the end of the video, just to make sure, like, to be safe. I don't know, just it can help anybody. So my story is a time, actually it was just a couple years back. I was walking to the store. I think I said another one of my videos that my mom, when I was living at my mom's house, she lives right next door to a store. Well, not right next door, but it's like a 3-minute walk. So it was nighttime, and I pretty much walked to this store all the time whenever I was living with her. So it really wasn't like uncommon for me to go to the store or anything, no matter what time it was. So it was like nighttime, and it was dark too. And I was walking to the store, and when I was walking to the store already, there was like I think it was red. I think it was red. I don't remember. It was a truck. I'm gonna say red. A red truck that was already parked outside of a building that's like near my mom's house, and it was on, and I mean there's always cars parked over there, so I never really thought anything of it. But so I kept going. Actually, I'm lying. It was off. The car was off, but I still didn't think anything of it because there's always cars parked over there. So it wasn't really uncommon. So I just walked around the car, and once I got around the car turned on, and I looked back, and it was like a Hispanic man in the car, like a heavier set man, and he cut the car on, and he started making like dog sounds to me, like trying to get me to come in the car. And then he was like, come here, come here, come here, like trying to get me to come in the car. And I looked at him, and I shook my head, and I just walked faster. And then I turned the corner so he couldn't see me anymore. And then I saw his lights turn on, so I just figured he was gonna just drive away and pull off, because I knew he was about to drive. So I turned the corner where he couldn't see me and I couldn't see him. And then I hurried up and I walked in the store, because there was a lot more cars parked in front of the store that I was going in. So I mean, I really didn't think anything of it. I honestly just, stuff like that happened. So I just thought like he was trying to hit on me, because that happened pretty much every time that I went to the store. So that was that. I went in the store, got everything I needed, came back out. By the time I came back out, that car was parked right directly in front of the door from the store. And he was honking his horn and like trying to make dog sounds to me and trying to call me to the truck. And I was like, okay, see, now that's weird, because I have to walk all the way back 3 minutes. It's not really far, but for him to be in the truck and I'm walking, yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I looked, and he kept calling me, and I said no. And then I walked, and I just started walking, but this time I was walking like fast. And then he got his car back on again, and he drove, but he passed me, and he passed me, and he went all the way, like he drove far. And I was like, okay, that's done. And I'm just thinking like he's gone, because I screamed at him, and I was like, no, and there's people over there like to see. So thought I was being smart, thinking he left. So I'm still walking fast, and I have my phone in my hand just in case. I always brought my phone with me. So I'm walking, and I'm like, this is my mom's house, and then I'm like pretty much in front of my mom's house. But then he comes back, and he comes back towards me while I'm almost at my mom's house, and I didn't want to go in the house because I didn't want him to know where I lived at. So I just kept walking. I passed my mom's house, and then he came, and he sped to me, and he like kind of skirted the car, if that makes sense. And he stopped so fast, like he stopped the car so fast to where it was at, where I couldn't go anywhere. But before he had done that, once I saw him, before I had passed my mom, before I was about to pass my mom's house, I called her and I was like, hey, there's this man, he won't leave me alone, he's following me, and he keeps trying to get me to go in his car. And she sent my brother out. And so my brother came out the car right where he trapped me, like, and he had his door open. I swear to God, he had his door open, like he was attempting to come and grab me. I swear to God, he had his door open. Right when that happened, my brother came out, and I looked straight at my brother, and he just drove away. Right when that happened, like, that was the scariest thing that ever happened to me, because you never know. Like, maybe to y'all that's not really scary because nothing happened technically, but if my brother hadn't have walked outside, pretty much, I don't know what would have happened. Like, I know how to fight, but he's a man at the end of the day, and he was like bigger too, like kind of chunky. So he had way more power than I had. So honest to God, I don't know what would have happened if my brother hadn't stepped outside, or if I wouldn't have even had my phone on me at that. So that is a big thing. And I wasn't even going to tell this next story, but I am, just because it reminded me when I said my phone. The other day, I was with both my kids in the apartments that we live at. There's on sunny days, we like to walk to the park, but it's like a 20-minute walk. But we like to walk over there just to get air and just to play and stuff. And I usually never take both the kids. I only like to take like my oldest, or my youngest is with her dad. But I don't know, I was just tired of being in the house, and blah blah blah. We started walking. So as we were walking, I saw a white van parked with the car on, and there was 2 white dudes in it. And first of all, every time I see a white van, I'm suspicious. If I see a white van, I'm picking up my phone and I'm calling somebody, let them know where I'm at. Like, just because I'm so paranoid after that happened. So this just happened like 4 days ago, I think. So there was 2 men in a white van. There was no wording on the van. It was plain white, nothing on it at all. And they were just waiting. And they were like kind of looking in my direction, but like making it kind of obvious that they were, but trying to act like they weren't, I guess. I don't know. But it was me and my 2 kids, so I was completely defenseless, didn't have no weapons on me. As soon as I saw them, I put both my kids to the other side of me to where I was gonna walk past them. And I grabbed my phone and I pretend like I was talking to somebody. And then I kept looking directly at the van, like to let them know, like, I see you and I'm talking about you right here on the phone. And I was describing everything. And as soon as he saw me do that, they started up that car so quick and then they drove away. Like, I'm not saying that they were gonna try anything, but that was very suspicious to me. So I guess I just want to say to all my women out there, or females, or anybody that knows anybody, females with kids or just females in general, to be so safe, because right now it is a crazy world and it is not safe for us at all. Like, at all. Like, it's so sad. I just make sure you always have your phone with you. Make sure it's charged as much as it can be charged. Make sure when you go somewhere at night, make sure you do not go by yourself. And if you have to go by yourself, they have all kinds of tasers that look like lip glosses or cell phones or mace or just anything. Like, those can really come in handy. Make sure if you go somewhere again or you Uber somewhere, make sure you tell somebody. I don't care who it is, your neighbor, anybody. Tell somebody where you're at. When I take an Uber, either whether it's me or my kids, whatever, when I take an Uber, I screenshot the Uber and I send it to whoever. Like, whoever's with me, my friend, or whoever. I keep my location on just for a few certain amount of people, just so they can always know, just to be safe. Like, that is really important. be aware when you go somewhere. I know it's people don't really think to like pay attention to what's around you, but honestly, I would just look around always. And another thing is, trust your instincts. If something is telling you, okay, this is not right, it's not freaking right. It's not. Like, that is serious. I know usually I'm always playing and stuff, but like, this is like a more serious video. Like, for real, trust your instincts. And another thing, don't be afraid to say no. I don't care if someone's trying to talk to you, whether it's a woman or a female or a man, and you don't feel comfortable even in a little bit, and you don't want to be mean, sorry, bye. Like, just go. Who cares what the fuck they feel like? Who cares if they get their feelings hurt? At the end of the day, you gotta protect yourself. Forget about them. Just be safe. Be really safe. I had a whole list of more tips that I just had in my head and I didn't write them down. But I doubt I'll make another video about this. But just please, I'm begging you, be safe. Try to not go anywhere by yourself if you don't have to. And another thing, teach your kids what to do in case of an emergency. Like, for any instinct, not saying it will happen, but I'm not saying it won't happen. If someone tries to grab your kid, whether you look away for a second, teach them what to do. Like, first of all, teach them to scream as loud as they can. As loud as they can. And a lot of people might think, okay, well, she's just screaming, she's just being bad. No, I teach my daughter, if someone tries to grab you, scream as loud as you can. You're not my dad. You're not my dad. You're not my mom. Somebody help me. Like, as loud as she can. And we've practiced that so many times where my brother has tried to grab her, and just teach your kids that. Teach your kids whatever you think they need to know about that situation, teach them. Like, it's just important to be safe and make sure you're safe and make sure your kids are safe. And I don't really have anything else to say. This video wasn't like a vlogmas or anything. Another thing, I stopped doing vlogmas because first of all, my videos are like being forced, and I really wasn't doing videos that I wanted to do. I was only doing videos because I had to do. That's why I took this long break, because I was tired of doing videos every single day. And then the videos that I was making was like, okay, the videos that I was making, hold on. The videos that I was making was like crap. Like, they weren't even, like, they were really forced. So yeah, that's why I stopped doing vlogmas, if anyone cares. But yeah, okay, that's all I wanted to say. Just be safe, please be safe, and pay attention to where you're at in your surroundings. And it's so sad that I even have to make this video. But yes, thank you so much for watching. And if you know anybody, females with kids, anyone, just share this video if you feel like it, or just let them know. Like, be smart, be safe. Okay. And thank you for watching. Bye.